Hi everyone, welcome to Smiler's Academy, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create pivot tables on Microsoft Excel. Without wasting much time, let's get started. So before we start this tutorial, please note that the link to this dataset is provided in the description box below. Now, assuming I have a particular company and that company has 5 customers, namely customer A, B, C, D, and E. The company also has 5 products with their product IDs. So these are the unit cost of those products. These are the amount sold in the products, and these are the revenue generated from selling of the product, which is simply gotten from multiplying the unit cost from the amount sold. And this is the date at which this product is being sold to this particular customer, that is customer B. So assuming I want to find the sum of the revenue that is being generated by selling those products to customer A, okay? So I can use my normal sum if formula, as well as if I want to calculate the number of times customer E purchased all the products here, I can as well use the count if formula, and this also applies to all of these other customers. So, but using pivot table is an easier way to do this without having to type all those kind of complex Excel codes, okay, or Excel functions. Before using a pivot table, the first thing you need to ensure is that your data is properly cleaned. And in my own case, my data has a blank space at this column and also has a blank space here. So you won't be able to apply the pivot table properly if these blank spaces are there. So you can, to delete this, you can click on this column and delete this column. And to delete this row, you can as well do same thing, delete and delete the entire row. And to create this pivot table, you can highlight all this, okay, press Ctrl Shift down arrow key so as to create a normal table at first. So you see, if I press OK, a table will be generated. But if you don't want to do that, you can tap on any part of this cell and click Ctrl T. Okay, if you press Ctrl T, a table will be created and Excel will automatically highlight all the parts of your data that the table needs to be created. So I can press OK here. So the table has been created. Still leaving the table highlighted, I can go to pivot table here and click on this. Okay, so this is table 4. You can name it as anything of your choice at all. So you click OK here. So these have now displayed the pivot table field, and I'm going to use it to analyze any form of data from here. So I can place my customer name to appear on the row here, and now I want to analyze or calculate the revenue that is generated by each customer. I can add it as the values here. Okay, so you can see sum of revenues. Assuming I want to calculate the number of times a particular customer purchased an item, so I can as well drag this revenue here. Okay, but in this case you can see that sum of revenue I have applied twice here. So you can locate the sum of revenue too and click on it, click on value field settings, and here will be counts. Okay, because I want to count the number of times the customers purchased that particular item. So here we count and press OK. So this means that customer A purchased that all the items that is being sold in this company 28 times, and customer B did so for 11 times, and this corresponds with the values we got here from the normal Excel formulas. Okay, so assuming we want to know the dates, the year at which these customers purchased this item, so you can see, so this means that in the year 2022 the revenue that was generated from customer A is this value, and the number of times customer A purchased all those items is 9 times. Okay, and in the year 2023 customer A revenue was amounted to this, while the number of times customer A but product from the company is taken as 19. You can as well place these as columns. So if you place it this way, it means that in the year 2022, the revenue that was gotten from customer A is this value, and the number of times customer A bought items from that particular company is 9 times, and this also applies to customer B and other customers. And in the year 2023, you can also see these values and the count of number of times these customers purchased products from the company. Okay, so if you want to remove this, you can as well put this way and the values will go. Okay, so you can also filter this data according to any parameter you want to filter it with. So I can come here and add product ID as my filter. So if I click on this and take this product ID for instance and click OK, so it means that customer A purchased this product ID 4 times, and the revenue that is generated from this particular product ID is this value. So I can as well come and select this and click OK. It means that customer A purchased this particular product ID 12 times, and this is the revenue that is generated from selling this product ID. So I can also come and select all as the default and press OK. So it has gotten back to the default values. So I can also decide to remove this product ID from filter. Okay, then I can also filter according to date. Okay, so if you can see in the year 2022, this means that in the year 2022, customer A purchased from the company 9 times, while the revenue the company generated from selling their items to customer A is this, and this applies to all other customers. Now I'm going to show you how to plot a pivot chart. A pivot chart is being plotted just the way you plot every other chart on Microsoft Excel. Now to do that, you highlight all these points, go to insert, click on pivot chart. So I want to plot a clustered column chart, so this is okay, and click on OK. Okay, so this chart has been displayed. So and I can also make more analysis to the chart by adding a slicer. So I can as well add analysis based on customer name, okay, and product ID as well. Okay, so that's it. Let me push this to this point. Okay, so customer A, if I click this, I will filter only on customer A. So customer A purchased this value, and customer B purchased this value on charts, customer C as well as this value. And if I unfilter all, okay, if I unfilter all, I will get all these charts here. And if I want to filter according to product ID, so I can tick this. It means that this product ID, customer A bought it up to this point, and this first product ID, customer B couldn't buy it at all. Okay, so I can as well click any of this for you to see how this analysis is being properly displayed. Okay, so assuming an extra customer is being added to this particular table, let's go back to our table and down to this point. So assuming a particular customer is being added to this table, say customer F. Okay, so and this customer F has a particular product ID. Okay, let's assume this product ID that is here as well. Okay, so let's paste this, and this customer bought this because this product ID has this as its unit costs. Okay, so but this customer bought a huge sum, let's say 500 pieces. Okay, so and he bought it in the year 2023 as well, or let's say he bought it in the year 2024. Okay, so that's it. So automatically this customer is going to appear in our pivot table. So let's check. So If you come here, what you need to do is to go to data and refresh. Okay, so if you refresh, you see that customer F bought a very whooping amount of products. It generated a very high revenue of this huge value. So you can decide to add more slicers to this data set. So I can just come here, click here, and add more slicer. Let me add according to dates. Okay, let me add it here. So as you can see, automatically the date has now applied here. So let me unselect all these product ID. So this is for all the customers that was originally existing and the new customer that we added, which is customer F. So this is the main reason why you should always create a table while making your pivot table. So as you can see, in the year 2024, let's check. So, oh, unfortunately, it is only customer F that patronized that company in the year 2024. Okay, so this is a simple and concise tutorial on how to create and use pivot tables on Microsoft Excel. Now that you've learned how to create and use pivot tables on Microsoft Excel, don't forget to hit the subscription icon, hit the like icon, and turn on your notification for further videos.